title up there, but this chart, and it's a little bit washed out, and I think it's because of my projection, or I don't know if we can turn down these front lights. What I'm showing you here is a chart of earthquakes that occurred in Ohio before 2005. I could give you a chart that would show you all the earthquakes in Ohio. It's just not as easy to read as this one. But what you can see is that actually there was one in Mahoning County, not far from Youngstown. That's a little better, thank you. But the majority of the earthquakes have been up here along the lake, and then in a trend running out this direction, and then out in western Ohio, and some scattered earthquakes around down in here. If you want to get an accurate idea of how many earthquakes occur in Ohio, you can go to the Ohio Department of Natural Resources. If you just to Google ODNR space geology, it would take you right to the website, and they have the Ohio Seismic Network on there, and all this information is publicly available. You can pull up an interactive map, will show you all the earthquakes. These earthquakes, for the most part, are associated with deep basement structures that were created during our last mountain building episode. That was the Appalachians to the east of us. 250 million years ago is when they ceased to build, and then a little more than 1 billion years ago when there was even an older mountain range running through the state. And what the mountain building episodes did was they created weaknesses and other types of structures in these deep rocks. And it's along those types of structures that the earthquakes occur. Now, if we were to take a look at our latest situation here in Youngstown, here's the North Star number 10 saltwater injection well, located right here off Salt Springs Road. And what I've highlighted in here are the locations of the different earthquakes. The injection started, as I'm sure most of you are aware, back in December of 2010, so a little more than a year ago. And then on March 17th, there were 2 earthquakes that occurred almost simultaneously. The one earthquake epicenter is located right here, a 2.1. The other epicenter is located right here, a 2.6. And nobody really thought too much about it. So we had an earthquake. There were actually 2 of them. Most people didn't know there were 2. There was actually 2 separate ones, very closely spaced in time. But then a little bit of time goes by, and then in August 22nd, you get another earthquake. And that still didn't raise a whole lot of eyebrows. A little disturbing. I know to have an earthquake take place. I grew up in Southern California. I know what earthquakes are like. And then only 3 days later, and this was what got a lot of interest going, was another earthquake. So you start getting earthquakes occurring regularly in an area that's never had them. And so that's kind of strange. And then on September 2nd, another earthquake, a 2.2. On the 26th, another one, a 2.2. On the 30th, another one, a 2.7. And notice these are located at the same spot. So there are some common locations for them. And then we get into November or October 20th, we had another in November. And then, of course, the one on Christmas Eve, 2.7. And then the big one on New Year's Eve. And so what you're seeing here is the distribution of these earthquakes. And all I did to make this map was took Google Earth and then located the wells on them based on information that's on the Ohio Seismic Network website. They give you the coordinates. You can put them on and figure out where they are yourself.